Hey everybody, Spencer Sutton here with Evernest, and I am with Heather Standarowitz, who is our Tulsa team leader. Heather, thanks for sitting down and talking with me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Absolutely. So I thought I would sit down with Heather and talk about some things that we talk about a lot with owners. So we get a lot of owners who call us and they're thinking about, maybe I don't want to sell my house, maybe I want to rent my house, they're first-time landlords, and so we're thinking, okay, they're asking a lot of the same questions, and so we thought we would hit on a few points that we think local Tulsa potential landlords should know. And so I've asked Heather to walk us through three really important things that you should know if you're considering renting your property in Tulsa. So Heather, what is the first thing that you think they need to think about?
Of course, hiring Evernest.
Of course, okay.
Hire us and just let us take care of your property.
Okay, yes, I would say yes, absolutely.
Outside of that, I would say, what would your house rent for? What can you get in this current market? Is it worth selling or is it worth renting it out? Do you want to keep that home and come back to it later? So really, what would be the market rent on that home? Yeah,
so that requires doing some research, probably like what we've seen is a lot of owners will call us and ask us, what would my house rent for? And so getting with a local expert, I think it's real important. I read a recent statistic now that it's now like almost $800 more to own a home than it is to rent it. And so we're seeing a lot of rental demand, which is pushing rental prices up. So making sure you're in line with the correct rental price is really important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you price it too high, it's going to sit there and you're not going to rent it.
Yes. Or you might get somebody who won't stay there very long because the rent is too high.
That's right.
Maybe they'll be just a 1-year lease. They might not stay there for 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah, that's right. Because once they realize that they're overpaying, they're going to move and do something else.
Yes.
Okay, good. Good point number one. Okay, what's point number two?
Point number two, I would just say keeping up with the maintenance. Just being aware that your property is going to age. In Oklahoma, we have all 4 seasons, so you want to make sure that you're taking that into account. And we also don't want to upset a current tenant. So pushing something off, like, oh, I don't want to deal with that $100 repair, when a year from now, it might be a couple grand if you keep pushing it off.
Yeah, I had this instance happen to me. I pushed off some maintenance on some gutter cleaning, and it ruined my soffit and fascia, and that was several $1,000s when I should have taken care of the first problem.
Wood rot is not fun, especially once it starts coming within your home.
Yeah, that's right. So that's what happened. We didn't really see it outside, but the resident started seeing it inside, and so we had to repair the whole thing. So that's good. So what about number 3?
I would definitely say screening your tenants. You definitely want to get somebody that's reliable and trustworthy within your home, because they are actually going to be the ones that are going to be maintaining the inside, the outside, and paying your rent. So
yeah, I agree with that. This is obviously probably of everything that we do, this is the most important thing we do, and which is why we have in-house underwriting. And you know, frankly, I've rented my own stuff before, back a long time ago, before I was with Evernest, and didn't go so well because what happens is people start to listen to sob stories. What I found myself doing is I wanted to have a resident in the home so bad that I kind of start overlooking some things and neglecting some of the underwriting that I should have been doing, and did not go so well.
I definitely think patience is key when you're finding that right tenant. You definitely want to just make sure, like, hey, do they have a reliable job? What is their rental history? Did they destroy the other house, or did they get really good ratings? You have to look at their pets, just making sure that they're going to take care of your home. So sometimes patience is key. You want to make sure you place the proper tenant, because at the end of the day, it's going to make the world of difference.
Yeah, absolutely. We do criminal background checks, so we're looking for any kind of violent misdemeanors, felonies, and then, like you said, speaking with a previous landlord, and especially if it's like a reliable source, and getting, like, how did they. A question I used to love to ask is, would you rent to this person again? And that's a very objective question, because they'll either say, I wouldn't do it again. That's a warning sign. So,
Red flag.
all right. Well, Heather, this has been great.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. So if you are in Tulsa and you need to speak with somebody, want some advice, Heather's available. Someone on her team is available. You can email sales@evernest.co, and we'll be happy to talk to you.